The meteoric rise of Jack Draper shows no signs of slowing, with the British #1 recently achieving something Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Andy Murray never managed. He beat Carlos Alcaraz, Taylor Fritz, and Holger Rune en route to his first ever ATP Masters 1000 title triumph at Indian Wells on Sunday, leaping up to number 7 in the world rankings in the process. Just 14 months ago, Draper, 23, was ranked outside the top 60, and his rampant climb up the leaderboards into the top 10 has happened at a pace few players in history have been able to match. It took Murray 16 months to make the same leap, while Federer and Nadal both took around 2 years. Speaking exclusively to Express Sport, via Globusbet, Wimbledon commentator Andrew Castle, himself a former British #1, labeled Draper's achievement awesome. The 61-year-old also tipped Draper to win a Grand Slam at some point, but urged him to try and keep a level head. Obviously, it's cliché, but he needs to take it one ball at a time, one match at a time, and get deep into a Grand Slam, Castle said. He's seated high and will be protected against the very best, so he has the skills to take care of players who are ranked 30 to 70 in the world now. That's a tough band to get through, but he's got there quick and in similar time to 1 year from being 60-odd in the world to world number 7, and that is meteoric. He added, Jack joined me and a couple at the club a couple of years ago, and at Wimbledon we play the odd game and sit down to talk about the old times, and people listen. Jack was one of them, and he was great. We were talking to those same people about what it takes to get into the top 10 from 60 or 70 in the rankings, and it's a big leap. He's done it in one go. That's pretty awesome. For him and his coach John Trotman, who is excellent, just take one match at a time, get through the first 3, and then accelerate. I think he is capable of winning a Grand Slam right now. Draper made a splash at last year's U.S. Open by reaching the semifinals, beating Alex de Minaur and Alcaraz slayer Botic van de Zandschulp, before losing in straight sets to eventual winner Jannik Sinner. In doing so, he became just the 6th British man since the 1970s to reach the last 4 of a major after Greg Rosiecki, Tim Henman, Murray, Cameron Norrie, and Kyle Edmund. Prior to that, he'd failed to get past the 4th round of a Grand Slam. Unfortunately for the Londoner, he couldn't carry the momentum he built at Flushing Meadows into Melbourne, where a 4th-round meeting with Alcaraz led to a disappointing early Australian Open exit, with Draper retiring while 2 sets down. However, since then, he's won 10 of his last 11 matches, and with the weight of his first title lifted, Draper has his sights set on the summit of the sport. I'm very ambitious. I don't want to just stop here. I want to keep on going, he said after his triumph at Indian Wells. Setting goals and saying you're going to do something, it's important to believe it, but if you're not putting in the work and putting in the sacrifice and the days of consistency together, then you're not going to achieve anything. Me and my coach, we try waking up each day and approaching practice, approaching everything I do in a very structured way and a very consistent way, so that I don't have many bad days. So when I do maybe have a bad day, my level is still very high. So obviously I want to be a great player, and I want to achieve amazing things in this sport, but my main goal is keep on improving and keep on knuckling down. And that wraps up today's news. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tennis content. See you next time.